communicating with guardian angels and spirit guides, and I've been here for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, helping to teach the teachers of the world and helping to create transformation for reawakening, literally, so that we can change the vibration of our planet. But one thing that I've noticed is a lot of people don't realize exactly who I am. So we will be talking about that for a moment. I was born in the beginning of time when Earth was first created. And my very first life, I was here. I have always been the spirit of Mother Earth. And who I am is I'm the seventh element. Now, I never talk about this before. I don't talk about who I am. I don't talk about my power. I don't talk about how great I am, because I love helping people on a very simple, very humble, very peaceful way. But now God has told me it is time to help people to understand the truth so that I can help all those who are searching for the perfect teacher and searching for who they're meant to connect with to radiate transformation and true awakening and healing within their vibration. We don't allow ourselves to realize that life purpose is one of the biggest, most number one, hugest questions that we ask in our life. The thing is, and this is very sad, because even though in the human realm that I've lived this lifetime, I've also become an ordained minister, and I've studied religions, studied a lot about of course it is, literally studied a lot about the metaphysical realm, a lot of the human things that people teach today. Like basically it's like first kindergarten grade stuff to me. And all these things that I've studied in this lifetime. And so God born me so that I can be able to be a bridge between whatever it is that's causing interference in people's lives, so that they can allow themselves to remember that we were humans, not me. Humans were created for a very simple and the most amazing, amazing gift that we were given by God, our creator. And that is called love. Being able to have purpose and being able to have love. But most people don't allow themselves to realize, what's my life's purpose? What is my mission? What's my reason for being here? Until they are on their deathbed, looking at their life and realizing how much time was wasted making money, satisfying people, allowing themselves to waste time on judgment, being ridiculed, and trying to figure out how to fit in. We are not here so that we can figure out how much money we can make. We're not here so that we can figure out how much we can own and how much we can possess, and how many times we can get married, and how many times we can have a new love relationship, or how we can be the most biggest socialite on the planet. We're not here for any of those reasons. We are here simply so that we can be in unity with each other, and so that we can allow ourselves to connect with passion and love. We are not fulfilling our life's purpose, but we are not living our life's purpose because we are too focused on exactly what I mentioned a moment ago, judgment. We are too focused on what man has brainwashed us into a place of saying, you have to do A, B, C, D. You have to live in a box and you have to live a certain way. We are not here to live a certain way. Guess what? Who is the person? Anyways, so my point is we're allowing ourselves to realize that what's stopping us from allowing all the blessings and the gifts from coming in is because we've created these walls, not other people. But think about this, and I was going to say this right before I interrupted myself by reading the chat, is that what are the things that make you proud? What are the things that make you happy? What makes you feel, I feel at peace? What makes your heart feel content? What makes you feel like you finally are allowing yourself to live life and you feel the moment of joy and happiness and love and compassion and connection? What is that? Okay. When I think of life, ever since I was a little girl, I was told to be quiet and to be silenced and to not allow myself to be completely unveiled and to wait until the world was ready, because I know that it is very hard to swallow the information that comes from me, because I am like a mirror. I am your mirror of facing exactly what it is that is going on in your life. A lot of people talk to me and they say, Tammy, how do you know that about me? How did you know that? And it makes me laugh, because I explain to them, because I'm a really good guesser. I'm sarcastic sometimes, God forgive me. But I'm sarcastic because people don't allow themselves to understand that a true intuitive, not someone who is practiced, not someone who was born in, or not someone who has practiced and went to school to learn how to be an intuitive, a true intuitive and a true gifted like me, my soul, my purpose, who I am and why I'm here, truly is able to relate everything and anything about you. Not to prove points to make you feel happy and to make you feel joyful, but to give you information from God and from your angels that is going to help to radiate through your being so that you can become awakened and put your right foot forward and step into who you're supposed to be. One of the things that we often don't realize when you finally knock at that door. Okay, so anyways, so we're here on this planet so that we can radiate our best us, who we have agreed to allow ourselves to become. So we are here to accomplish something. We signed an agreement. We came to do something. What are we here to do? Why are we here? That's why all of you are here today, to get the answers and to get the solution of how to connect, of how to get back on the right path, of how to understand what is my life's purpose. Why did God create me? Why did our creator, why did source give me life? What was my mission? And we're going to talk about that. But this is something I want all of you to think about. Think about who is the person that impresses you and that makes you happy in life. When you think of life, I'm going to put this a little up. I keep feeling a shadow. When you think of life and you allow yourself to say, who is it that impresses me? So a couple of my teachers, I've had, Mother Teresa, everyone knows. Mother Teresa was one of my most amazing teachers, and I loved Mother Teresa. She was such a gift, an absolute blessing. I've known the Dalai Lama, amazing person, very blessed, very, very honored to be able to have these people in my life. But my most amazing, most blessed person that made me feel like there is no competition and there is no, there's no competition. There was no judgment, was Pope John Paul. So I knew Pope John Paul when I lived in Vatican City many years ago, living in a convent, trying to understand my purpose. And my family was very connected in the religious order. And they said, please, here's my daughter, fix her, fix this woman, our child. And they left me there, which was a gift in many ways. Little did they know that John Paul understood. He understood that I was not in any way, shape, or form needing some type of exorcism of some sort, but I needed to understand that my ability was a gift from God. So then he connected with me with many other teachers and many other people who I just thought were other religious people. I didn't know that the whole world knew who Mother Teresa, the Dalai Lama, Padre Pio, all these people that have been connected with me. I didn't know that everyone else knew who they were until later in life when I became, even after 10, 15 years of marriage, I didn't actually even realize that everyone knew. I'd be like, oh yeah, well, I knew her. How do you guys know her? To me, it was just like Mother Teresa was a nun. She was a holy woman. That was it. She was a great person. But I didn't know that the world knew her because I didn't live in the realm of society or the realm of civilization. I lived in convents and holy places and monasteries where my life was dedicated towards serving God and serving people and being in a place of meditation and true healing. And then when I lived in Yugoslavia with the visionaries of Medjugorje, I spent time with them communicating with the Virgin Mary and Jesus and God, and helped to understand that my mission in this world is just to be as a master teacher and to really truly radiate the love and the light for all of you so that you can step into your power and you can step into your light and become who you're supposed to be. We do not allow ourselves to realize that the most important thing is for us to not have ego. But a lot of people I work with and a lot of people that I connect with throughout my life have all wanted to use my gifts and use my abilities so that they can have ego and so that they can raise ego. That's the best way to explain it. Whether it was a celebrity, whether it was a politician, it didn't matter who it was. It was something that happens quite often. And then 8, 9 years ago, I was told that's enough. No more dealing with false people. No more dealing with people just about money. No more dealing with people just to use your gift and your ability. It is time for only the truth. And then this year of 2020, they said it's time to tell the world who you are and what you're here to accomplish. The 7th element is a very powerful position, and I can explain that in another day, but it's so that I can allow myself to show the light to all of you guys and to show what unconditional love really truly means. Because a lot of us We don't realize, and God bless all of you for being here, we don't realize that unconditional love is something that is the most powerful, the most amazing thing in the universe, unconditional love. We allow ourselves to sabotage ourselves, and we continuously allow ourselves to judge and to put ourselves in this dark, negative, and squashed down place so that we can keep shrinking into what people believe. Now, let's talk about what our angels are saying. What are your angels saying? Why are you here on this planet? What are you here to accomplish? What are you here to do? When I talk about what we're here to accomplish and what we're here to do, when I think about that just in my brain as a human, I think, people really don't actually really want to know what they're here to do. Not you guys. You guys all want to know. That's why you're here connected with me today. But most people don't want to know because they're too focused on trying to figure out how to survive the world that man has made, not the world that God has made. Survive in the world that man has made. Because the happiest people in the world that I've ever met live in the bush, live in a forest, or live in a desert. They do not worry about civilization. They do not worry about fear. They do not worry about this coronavirus. They're not worried about where's their mansion. They're not worried about where's their fancy car. They're not worried about any of the human things. They're not worried about social gatherings or status or who they're going to marry and what name they're going to have. What they're worried about is fulfilling their destiny. What they're connected with is with our creator, with source, and with light, and with the rest of the land, and being in perfect balance. I have connected with so many amazing, spectacular people in this world that I am so thankful of this lifetime being such a beautiful experience of connecting with such light workers. Now it's time for you guys to step into who you're supposed to be. Now it's time for you guys to think, who inspires you? How can I be that person? How can I radiate that love and that light? So share with me in the chat room. Claudia, Christina, Zena, everyone that's here. Rochelle, Angela, Cindy, Monica, Rainbow, Kathy. Who inspires you? Who inspires you? Who is it that makes you feel like you're at the top of the top and you're just sitting there going, oh my gosh, I want to be like her. I want to be like him. And I would love to hear you guys' comments, because then I can show you guys why you have that connection with that person, why you have that connection or that relationship and that desire of being fascinated by that being. My uncle, Taylor. Taylor, you're okay. Why your uncle, Taylor? I am inspired by Taylor Henry, Claudia. Okay, and who is Tyler Henry, Claudia? My grandma. Oh, Mimi. Rochelle. Well, that's because she's totally with you. Obviously, she inspires you. She was a gift. My friend Matt, he is so kind and compassionate and loving no matter what. God bless Matt. Let me see. Everyone's talking so quickly. He is a medium around the world and the same age as me. Oh, God bless him, Claudia. He is a medium and is around the same age. Sorry, excuse me, I read that incorrectly. Kathy, thank you. I inspire you. Thank you. Musicians. Oh, the Holy Mother Mary. I love that. My Uncle Anthony. God bless Anthony. Inspired by my brother. See, and all these things you guys are saying, guess what one thing that I'm noticing? Like, oh my God, no more no Jose. Oh my gosh, Rainbow, you're funny. One of the things that I see as I'm reading this, Lindsay, you finally made it. God bless you for coming. Yes, bring the truth to others. That is exactly my passion and my desire. And like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I'm the mirror that you guys are just like, do I want to look in that mirror? And the truth of the situation is that our guardian angels don't hide the truth. So a lot of people that know me know that when I do speak very bluntly and very clearly to all of you, sharing your messages from your guardian angels and giving you information that comes from a very pure, very high place and from God, it is not so that I can allow myself to be rude or to be thoughtful or to be, trying to judge. I never come from a place of judgment. What I come from is a place of purity and connection. And the more we waste time at hiding the truth, the more we allow ourselves to kick the bucket and sit there and say, let's play this game for another 5-6 years. This is why I love certain places out of the United States, because they're very blunt. And one thing I've noticed about London is that people are very blunt there. And they tell me whenever I visit and I spend time there and I speak, and they say, you know what I love about you? You're a lot like us. You don't beat around the bush. You just say it as it is. And Americans, they just love to beat around the bush. It's like you have to read between the lines of figuring out what they're trying to say instead of just saying it. We're here to express. God wants us to say our truth so that we can allow ourselves to radiate our light. Now, the one thing I was going to say, I love what everyone's saying in the chat room, connecting with their, loving their brother, loving their father, loving their uncle, loving their grandmothers, being able to connect. And, of course, those who are saying they love me, thank you. God bless you. And I love what I do. That makes my heart more happy than anything, being here for everyone. But what we don't allow ourselves to realize is these people that inspired you are there and helping to connect with your life like this on purpose. It's a radiating light and a connection so that you can allow yourself to connect with some type of vibration that's going to help to create healing within your soul and within your spirit, and help to be that image that you need to keep pushing you forward so that you can radiate the light that you're supposed to be radiating. We have these examples in our life on purpose, but we don't take advantage of the gifts that we are given. So, my grandma, God bless your grandmother. What are your angels saying to you? Many people don't want to allow themselves to listen to what their guardian angels have to say. And when it comes to life purpose, without allowing ourselves to listen to our guardian angels, we cannot be heard, if that makes any sense. Without allowing ourselves to look in the mirror, hear the truth, you're not going to be able to listen to your guardian angel, because we don't want to listen to the negative and to the stress and to the anxiety. But yet we sacrifice. We sacrifice everything to make money. We sacrifice everything to allow ourselves to marry someone we should have never married because it was a great status position. We allow ourselves to sacrifice our integrity. We sacrifice our morals. We sacrifice pretty much everything and anything to do what the world considers acceptance. But we do not sacrifice what we should: money, judgment, fear, whatever it may be, that we allow ourselves to let get in the way for us to climb that spiritual ladder of connection to our true soul and being. We don't sacrifice very much. We may sacrifice for an hour, or we may sacrifice for a day, but we don't sacrifice daily. And what I mean by sacrifice, I don't consider it a sacrifice. You guys consider it a sacrifice because you think that it is very difficult. I hear this from everyone in the world. It is not just a chosen few. Everyone says the same story, unfortunately. And it is, but what are people going to think of me? But how am I going to make that happen? But how is that going to be possible? But how am I going to pay my bills? But how am I going to have what I want? But then how are my dreams going to come true? We don't know what we want. We don't know why we're here most of the time. But when you discover that, you realize that all you want is to fulfill your mission. All you want is to be satisfied in your soul. And all you want is to have unconditional and the most amazing pure love that you've ever experienced and had in existence. So, Cindy Sue, hi, how are you? It's so wonderful to see you here with us. Okay, so what is the meaning of life? Okay, the guardian angels gave me some questions to talk to all of you guys about. When you think of the meaning of life, and you think of, what is the meaning of life? What is this all about? Is it to see how much I can succeed? Is it to see what doors I can open? Is it to prove points? Is it to put fear in people? A lot of people that I've worked with have regrets at the end. And when they're on their deathbed, they're looking up and they're apologizing. And then when people I work with pass away, then I have to deal with that whole scene of dealing with their regrets, their disconnections, their pain, their sadness. Like, I was just thinking of this one woman who was talking to me. She's actually very loved. She's very sweet. I don't know if this person's in the room with us, but her name is Shelly. Michelle is her name, the spirit's name. And she talks to me, and she's the sweetest person. But sometimes she talks to me about personal stuff, like her regrets, the things that she's been through, the things that she's not allowed herself to accomplish and succeed at. And then I have this other person who, he's a man and he is an older gentleman, and he has not had the brightest, most amazing, spectacular life. He's actually had a lot of pain. He's had a lot of devastation in his life. And before he left, he tried to leave the planet a couple days shorter than when God chose for him to leave. And he was unsuccessful, but he did try. My point in sharing this with you is that now that he has gone from our planet, but he's still with us, very much here with us in spirit, he constantly talks to me about regret and frustration and how much all he wanted to have in life was to have love and to have passion. All he ever wanted was to know what it was to be embracing the woman he loved and knowing that she accepted him no matter what. Not having judgment or ridicule. This woman, this love relationship destroyed his spirit, that it made him an angry, bitter old man filled with hatred and frustration and disappointment. And he died. And now he's still in afterlife, going through struggles and going through pain of having, and he recently passed, going through the pain of what he's been through and what experiences have made him upset and what experiences have made him joyful. And there's very, very few that have made him, very, very few that have made him joyful. And there are very, very many that have made him upset and very disappointed. We need to allow ourselves to make that joyful. Everything has to be joyful. Like when I work and I live, even though I may be stressed and I may be doing a lot of things and I offer myself to everyone all the time, constantly busy. During this pandemic, I'm busier than ever. I please explain how that's possible, but it's possible because people are trying to receive answers, and I have the answers and I have the knowledge and the knowing of how to get you guys there. But we're not allowing ourselves to realize that the most important thing is to have self-love. The most important thing is for us to focus on really connecting with reflection of who am I and why am I here? So when you think of what's the meaning of life, it's to fulfill our purpose. It's to fulfill our purpose. Oh, somebody from London's trying to call. I apologize. Okay. So I have people from all around the world that are trying to join us right now. She must be having difficulty, so she's trying to call in. Anyways, one of the things that we don't allow ourselves to realize is that having that self-love and having that self-worth is one of the most important gifts you can give to yourself today. Self-love and self-worth. But when you connect to who you really truly are and sit there and say, I just want to connect to who I am. I just want to be happy. I just want to fulfill my mission, fulfill my purpose. You can have that. You can have that gift. You can have that blessing. Oh, you got to mute me. Hello? Yes, can you mute the computer? Thank you. Okay, so I apologize. I can hear myself talking when I have my headset in. So one of the things that they describe is they say that how we're supposed to be focusing, the guardian angels and God have said since the very beginning of time, our biggest mission is to have true fulfillment and living our life's purpose, right? What is your mission? What is your mission? Why are you here? What are you here to create, to give, to express, to live? What is your mission? Do you think about that? For all of us around the world, it is different. Some of us, it's just to connect with our soulmate. Some of it's supposed to be as a healer, an intuitive, an awakened soul, a light being, creating gardens, transforming the planet, helping to heal the planet, helping to make movement in the world. Oh, yes, you can go there. Okay. But when you think about what is your mission, are you really wanting to know? Because a lot of people, they ask me, what is my mission? But then in their mind, their mission, their purpose, they want it their way, and they want the ego and the pride, and they want everything else their way, but they don't do it the proper way. So when you think of your mission and you think of why are you here and what are you here to accomplish, number one thing that I want everyone to know is all of it has to do with allowing yourselves to be humble and to realizing that we're here as a unity. We're here as one tribe to connect with all one another. And this, when we're connecting right now, this is us being as one unity, one tribe, connecting all together so that we can be all on the same page and creating transformation and movement on the planet, helping to create awareness for Mother Earth, giving her love, giving her praise for all the gifts that she has continued to give us, and then connecting with the universal energy out there in the universe, right? Connecting with the stars, connecting with the other planets, connecting with the universe, and helping to radiate that love and that connection through our souls, because we're all connected. Every part of us are connected. Every particle connects within our soul. Are you living your agreement? Because when we are first created as a seed in your mother's womb, we have signed an agreement to, I am going to be a healer. I am going to be so-and-so. I am going to be the teacher. I am going to be this. For lifetimes, I have come here and I have been teaching people. Remember where people sit there and they say, well, what really happened with Moses? What happened with Jesus? I was there during those lifetimes. I spent time. I remember during the time of Moses, I'll share a memory from many lifetimes ago. I was there. I remember all my lifetimes. That's what makes me different. That's why I got along with the Dalai Lama. Anyways, I remember this one lifetime when Moses was here and there was all these struggles and it was all about love and relationships. And before, when he had to go against the war with his brother, the Prince of Egypt, so that he can allow himself to follow God's plan, right? He had to give up everything. He had to let go of everything. He had to let go of money. He had to totally let go of ego. He had to let go of everything that would have made him feel like he was putting his sword right in his own heart. He was doing his own sabotaging, destroying everything so that he can follow God's plan and fulfill his mission, not allowing himself to worry about anything that was going to happen to him. It was so, so, so hard. And he was so, so, so loved by so many people in the kingdom that he created with the Egyptians. But when he walked over to the other side to focus on being Jewish, he went through turmoil and he went through hell and back when he was in that position. And then after he went through hell and back and he left so that he can write the 10 commandments, the 10 rules, the 10 gratitudes, whatever word you want to call it. My daughter, my 7-year-old, she says, they're messages of gratitude, Mom. And she's 7 years old. I said, thank you, my princess angel. And she said, they're not orders, they're gifts. And I said, oh, they're so beautiful. Thank you, my angel baby. But the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because when he came back down after these 10 commandments were created by God, then what happened? People were partying, people were making gold, people were putting false gods, people were doing everything all over again that he just saved them from. It is hard to break our bad habits. That's my point. And I remember how upset and how furious and how upset Moses was. And he was just like, this can't be done. Oh my gosh, I'm leaving all of you guys. I can't believe you guys would do this to me. And he became very upset. But he became very upset because he went through so much to save them. And then I remember sitting there and saying, it's all about love. It's all about peace. We have to love them. They don't know any better, because it takes over 66 days to change a habit. It takes a while to change something that has been repetitive. That's what they say, right? But I have mastered changing people's habits and people's negativity or darkness or whatever it may be. I've mastered being able to change the vibration and change the frequency within someone in moments. Instead of wasting years of your life, instead of wasting months of your life, you're able to change things. There's a lady who I worked with, God bless her. I only needed to work with her for 1 week, but she took all the homework very seriously and her whole life is transformed. And now she is allowing herself to do the light work that she's supposed to be doing. Then there's another client I have, and I've worked with her for years, but she still has ego and she still needs to transform and she still needs to change. She needs to become completely humble. Humbleness is one of the biggest messages I need to share with everyone today. Humbleness and patience. Patience is another huge message that we have to share today. But remember, you would have never signed that agreement of who you are and why you're here if it wasn't meant to come to fruition. Of course it's meant to come to fruition. And then those people are saying, but I've been screwed over, but I've been destroyed. I have been so physically beaten from my own human mother that I have bone particles loose in my bones because of how much abuse and how much physical beatings I've had. I've had a very dark, very negative life as a human, right? I've had many blessings, extremely wealthy family, a lot of blessings, but at the same exact time, many, many, many dark days, because of my gift. I have been told that I was a curse. And even though I know that I'm a gift, and even Pope John Paul told me, you're such a gift. Lewis, which was the shaman from the Hopi tribe, he said, oh, you're the biggest gift. I connect with people around the world today and they know my light, they see it. But my mother was very jealous and there's a lot of human issues with her. But it was beautiful going through those experiences, because if it wasn't for me to go through that suffering and that struggling and going through the dark days, I would never be as strong and as amazing as I am today. I would never. I would have just been like, oh, life is rainbows. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's so great. No, we have to go through dark experiences if we're chosen to do great things. Sometimes we have to go through these dark days so that we can realize that those dark days are really not dark. They're experiences that help us to grow. Because even a seed has to be below the dirt and be with all the darkness. And then once it keeps being loved and soiled and everything keeps being taken care of and it keeps getting sunlight and it feels the warmth of the sun sitting on the beautiful, beautiful dirt, and then it gets nurtured by water, then it finally grows. But it's in a very dark space for a little while, right? We are those seeds. Sometimes we're hidden. Sometimes we're in a dark space, but we need to allow ourselves to blossom and grow and come through the sand and work and allow ourselves to come into this space where we allow ourselves to finally expand and let our stem grow and let our arms and our legs all reach out so that we can allow ourselves to be free. We're afraid to be free, but we cannot continue to be free. We need to be confident in who we are. What got us off track? Now, this is a very, very extremely important point. What got us off track? Well, this is extremely necessary to talk about. I have not been checking. I am in light, job line, fulfill my purpose. Oh, Brittany, do I post? Oh, okay. Those are questions. We will get to your guys' questions in a little bit if you guys have questions. I'm sorry. I just realized I haven't checked the chat rooms. So what got us off track? People's judgment, people's ridicule, people allowing themselves to judge us, to sabotage us, whatever it may be. Things get us off track all the time. And some of the times that we get off track are because of ego, are because of, yes, questions will be done at the end. And there are, they'll be saved in the Q&A box. So ask your questions in the Q&A box, and then I will get to your guys' questions in the end, please. And then those in Facebook, ask your questions at the end when I ask you guys, and then I'll get to them, I promise. So like I was saying, we allow ourselves to sit there and let things interfere with our space and with our energy and with our vibration. And those things get us off track. Judgment, we have judgment. We're judging all the time. We are our own worst enemy most of the time. We don't have to worry about others. We have to worry about, literally, we have to worry about ourselves. So one of the things that I want to share with everyone, I had a little red crystal that I put on my third eye today. And one of the reasons why I have that there is, and you guys know me, for those who know me, is because we need to today focus on allowing ourselves to radiate passion. So as we're thinking and we're connecting with our third eye, as we're connecting with our own intuition, I want us to focus on connecting with passion, with this vibration of love and passion and connection. So please, all of you, focus on that. I am going to be doing a little bit of the singing bowl also. How do we get back on track? Work hard and stay connected. We don't think that working hard through meditation, self-healing, self-prayer, organic healing, we don't think that those are the things that need to be done. We think getting back on track means going to the gym, working harder, listening to our abusive boss, being beaten up in emotionally and spiritually, or even physically abused. I go through so many I can't even mention. I don't think I haven't been through a story or a scenario in my lifetime because I've heard about molestation, abuse, darkness, martyring. I mean, so many dark things, murder, um, I can't think of a subject I haven't talked about. And literally, there is no such thing. There's no such thing as allowing ourselves to not have forgiveness and not to allow ourselves to rewind and push a restart button. There's always a restart button. There's always a second chance or a third chance or a 10th chance because you're loved. You're loved. That's the answer. You're loved. And if you believe you deserve it and you're ready for transformation, at the end of this, we're going to be talking about a program that I'm going to offer to everyone. And it's going to be, and I've never done this before. And I know that there's a program I was supposed to do about soulmates, but this is about life purpose. I just literally created it and it's getting ready to be distributed to everyone. It's going to be $500, which is $500 is a normal, price of an hour session with me, but it's a week program. It's called Life Purpose Mini Program. And it's going to help to transform your guys' life. Literally, your life. And people who are in the chat room, you guys can talk about the things that I've done for you and how I've transformed you within just a moment. It only takes a moment for you to be reawakened and for you to realize that this is real. And for those who are ready to invest in themselves, this is something that I would advise all of you guys, because we're going to take pre-sales later today. Okay, so why we don't stay on track? Money. Of course, I'm always going to bring up money because that's why people always have fear, literally always have fear. When money is so easy to be made, it's monopoly, guys. The lady who I work for, or who is my client who comes to me, she works for Bloomberg Television. I told you guys about her. And she literally gets information and secrets from me, not from other people. So monopoly money is real. So money is number one fear. Doubt. A lot of humans have doubt because they're afraid to believe, because we're so disconnected from source. They're all questions at the end will all be saved. Yes, I already said that. Fear. People are in fear. We're always in fear because we're afraid of losing out. We're afraid of not being on top. And we're always afraid. We're in fear of our own shadow. Okay. Judgment. If we're not judging ourselves, someone else is judging us. And then it helps to get us back off track. It's a very, very, very sad thing, but a huge, huge thing that we allow ourselves to go through. So if you guys are ready and you guys want transformation, then we have to start talking about how we can transform ourselves. How can we allow ourselves to reawaken and be who we're supposed to be? So like I said, I'm going to be taking signups for the register for the program so you can stay focused and get the results that you're looking for. Oh, and all the benefits, just so you guys know, I think you guys already know that, but I'm not for sure. So I'll explain it for those who don't know this. All the money and the benefits go to the House of Angels Foundation, which is to help to create the Indigo School for children. We already have the land, we already have the property, we have everything, but there's a lot of things we still have to do to create this space. So all the proceeds are going to go to the House of Angels Foundation. That does not mean you're getting a tax deduction because you're getting something out of it, which I've learned recently. But I do know for a fact, those who want to make a difference in the world can start supporting this House of Angels Foundation, which I've created from my whole heart. And it's something, it's kind of like a gift that Mother Teresa gave me. She taught me that if we're going to do good and use my gift, then pay it forward by continuing to give back. So I do. I always do that with the orphanages and the retreat centers and everything that I have for the world. It makes my heart so happy. Are you ready for change? So talk to me. Cindy, Monica, Rainbow, Kathy, Angela, Kathleen, who wants to start allowing themselves? Brittany, every human being that is here with us today. Who wants to start getting ready to start focusing on change? Are you ready for change, or are we just going to listen to me and just sit here and say, that's fun. Okay, yes, I just want to can I just think about it for a little while? Can I just let me ponder a little bit? Let me focus. Are you going to let fear and stress and anxiety that constantly get in the way? Are you going to start putting your right foot forward? Katie, yes, 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 yes. Good. Then you guys can all sign up and raise your hands. Yes, raise your hands if you're ready. You guys just have to raise your hand. I saw this little thing. Oh, raising hands. I love this. This is a very fun platform. I like it. Good. Oh, I said 11 and now it's saying 9. Are you guys taking away your raised hands? I'm confused. 13, 14. Okay, keep raising your hands. Okay, yes, that's exciting. That makes me happy. Okay, so are you ready for change? Good. All of you guys should be ready for change. Every 37, one of you guys should be ready for change. And those, both hands have been raised. Riley, God bless you, Riley. Good, both hands. That's what I used to do when I was in I used to be in the Catholic school. And the mother nun, oh my gosh, she hated me with a passion, but my teachers were all nuns, and they just never liked me because I was very outspoken, and I always told them I talked to God and how I saw angels. So obviously, it's Catholic school, so they didn't really love me. So I used to always raise both my hands and be like this, hey, I'm talking. And then they say, yes. What did you have to say? They always talk so negative. But it was funny because that's exactly how I've always got attention everywhere I go in the world, even in a coffee line. Okay. Do you want results? Do you guys want results? Do you guys want transformation? Do you guys want results? Do you guys want to see the results? Do you guys want to transform your vibration and your energy so that you can start seeing who you are and allowing yourself to put your right foot in the direction of where you're supposed to be? Absolutely, you want to do that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. Everyone knows when I work with you, when I connect with you, the number one thing that I do is teach people how to allow themselves to connect with their true soul, their true connection, and fulfill their life's mission. We are here to fulfill our mission and to do something that's greater than anything we can possibly imagine. And when we allow ourselves to fulfill our mission and do the things we're supposed to, I don't even know how to explain it to you. It's like this feeling of complete accomplishment, this feeling of satisfaction and joy that can never stop radiating inside of you. When you get the results, and when you finally allow yourself, I'm sorry, I'm trying to join these other people. When you get the results and you really start living your life's purpose, and you help one person, then you help two people, then you open the door to this opportunity, and then you close the door to the fear and the stress and the anxiety, you start noticing everything about you starts to change. All these doors start allowing themselves to open. And there's this transformation in this energy within inside of you that just is like, oh my gosh, I feel love. Oh my gosh, I feel connection. I feel happiness. I feel peace. And we no longer allow ourselves to be in this vibration and this pain or this fear mode. So are you worth it? You're the one who has to ask yourself that. Are you worth it? And can you see yourself? This is a very big question. Can you see yourself changing? If you follow through with what I help guide you towards, you will change. There will be transformation completely. God wants us to be happy, everyone. God wants us to be happy. And our angels are here to hold us. But as they hold us and they hold us up like this, that picture of footprints where it shows these footprints in the sand and there's no humans there. And you're like, oh, what are those footprints? What is that about? And then they say, oh, that was me, God, that was me, Jesus, holding you. Our guardian angels hold us all the time. It's their footprints that are holding us 24/7. God, yes, of course, God. But our guardian angels are there as well. But we push them away. We go like this, I gotta be stubborn. I need to be bad. Don't look at me because I have to sin for a minute. Just give me a minute and I'll be back to holiness in a minute. We allow ourselves to push away the truth because we don't want to deal with the truth sometimes. So we push our angels away. We fear failure. We're so afraid of failure that we sabotage ourselves before we even get the opportunity to do so. We don't even give ourselves a chance to fail because we're too busy just destroying the opportunity. But what I teach is proven to work and to change our lives for the better. And it has been talked about time and time again. The results with my students have been absolutely transforming. I have this one guy, I've talked about a couple clients and a couple stories with you guys. I have this one guy, God bless him, who went to therapy for 44 years. 44 years he went to therapy. 44 years. Can you imagine how much money once a week therapy? 44 years dedicated. 44 years. Okay. Suffering and pain and on medication, depressed and lonely and filled with anger. Therapy, depression, confused, lost. And guess how much change he had in 44 years? And he didn't go to one therapist. He went to many around the world. Hypnotherapy, everything. So finally, his therapist, I want to thank you, Tammy, for all your spiritual work you've done in the past. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. But one of the things that we don't allow ourselves to realize, through all those years of therapy, he accomplished one thing: spending lots of money. Yep, he spent lots of money. He did a 21-day program with me. 21 day. I have an 8-9 page letter to prove this. God bless him. I love him. In 21 days, he was completely transformed and changed within his life. He was like, how did you transform my life in 21 days in 44 years? The therapist couldn't transform my life and help me. And I said, because I'm real. I'm not talking or teaching from a book. I'm not trying to figure out how to analyze you. I'm not figuring out how to stay in any type of guidelines. And when I communicate and when I help you, the information is coming straight from the source and from our guardian angels and from God. You cannot fail. You cannot fail when you're doing that. And you're doing it for real. You're not allowing yourself to be someone who has, and I'm not putting anyone down, God bless everyone, but when I work with people, it comes from a place of a higher source, a higher power. So I'm not dealing with trying to figure out how to read a tarot card or, I love Reiki, God bless Reiki, but that's like kindergarten to me. It's like back in the day when Jesus did healing and Jesus told the apostles to go heal people. And I put my hands and I work with people who have cancer, and then she becomes completely healed where she's supposed to be dead. Or I work with someone who has heart failure and I put my hands and I work with him and he's completely healed and he's supposed to be dead. And then I work with a lady, God bless her. She makes me laugh. She actually was hilarious. So she was a very severe diabetic and she didn't believe in any way, shape or form that she could be cured. And I told her, trust me, let me help you. I can help you. She was referred to me. Long story short, I literally start working with her and she had to have a lot of faith, obviously. I start working with her and I told her, I said, okay, I'm gonna do all this healing, all this energy work, all this spiritual work. And then after I'm done doing all this healing work, then we're gonna go have you go to the doctor and do a blood test and see the results so that you can be like Thomas did to Jesus, where he was like, I need to stick my hand through your hole in your hand like this so I can make for sure you're real. So she did that. And she stuck her hand through Jesus's hand, or stuck her finger through Jesus's hand so she can see it was real, and received her blood test. And it was proven that she was completely healed of diabetes. The doctor has absolutely no idea. He says, I don't know what happened. I don't know how you were cured, but whatever you're doing is working. So keep it up. And God bless her. She did everything that I told her to do. And then shortly thereafter, her husband started becoming very, very, very extremely skeptical. And then she went backwards. Yes, she was still cured, but she started taking on all darkness. And then she ended up creating another element of illness because of her darkness and because of her lack of faith. So she was a positive and then turned into showing how when we allow ourselves to be healed, we can take on other stuff of darkness and negativity again, but you're not going to take on the same thing because we allow ourselves to live in exactly what I mentioned a moment ago, fear. We allow ourselves to sit there and say, well, I was healed and that was great. And that was wonderful. Everything was wonderful, Tammy, and you're amazing. And I love you. And you're really gifted and you're really spectacular. But I have to go sin. I have to go be in this negative place. We allow ourselves to fill the negative space. We let the darkness constantly sabotage us and cause disruption in our space all the time. And we're not here to do that. We're here to have happiness. We're here to love. We're here to have joy, but we're afraid to have joy. We're afraid to smile because we are told since we were little children, we were brainwashed and told as we were children that we are here to surrender and we are here to sacrifice and we're here to be obedient. We were here and taught, no, 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 no. You do as I say, you do as I say. I don't believe in that. I'll give you another story. There was this one lady, she was married to this gentleman, God bless her. And she was very happy. And she was just like, oh, I'm so happy. I have the most wonderful relationship. Oh my gosh, everything's great. And I said, really? I said, it's so funny because your guardian angel doesn't tell me that. I don't see how you're so happy. Please share your joy with me. Help me understand why you're so joyful. And she said, oh, well, I just love because my husband always does everything I need. He fixes the house if I need something fixed. And I don't have to have any kids because I'm just so happy because he has 3 kids. And so I just, live my life through his children. And I said, oh, that's so wonderful. I said, so help me understand if you're so happy and everything's so wonderful, why are you wasting money spending time with me and seeing me? What are you searching for? And she goes, oh, I don't know. It was a gift certificate. And I was told that I should just come see you. I said, okay, that's wonderful. Well, let me tell you the truth since you're in complete denial. Your relationship is false. You are not in love with your husband. You are not in love with his 3 children that are from 3 different women. And you are not happy that you are spending thousands of dollars, which she did not admit to me, thousands of dollars on, what do you call that? When you pay every single month? Not alimony, child support. Yes. Child support. So she was paying thousands of dollars in child support because he had 3 different women with 3 different children, right? He had 3 different women and he had child with each one. So he had 3 different children, you get my point. So he had to pay 3 different child supports. She paid it, not him, because he didn't have a job, but he did fix things in the house. And he did bring over his children in scheduled times. And they had a great party life when they went out to the bars and had fun and beautiful dinners. But she was not happy. She was living in a false reality that was extremely, extremely upsetting. Once I start working with her, I helped her to connect with her real soulmate, taught her how that relationship was false, worked even with her husband as they got a divorce so that he can allow himself to have his soulmate so that he can have happiness as well because he wasn't happy. He was living with a roommate. They didn't even sleep in the same room. God bless them. I don't even understand how that relation, and it was only a 5-year marriage and they were already screwed up since the beginning. Anyways, it was a learning lesson. It was a blessing and it was a gift, but they allowed themselves to literally, do you want to take questions? Yes, I'm going to take questions in one moment. Anyways, long story short, she's with her soulmate and she has 2 kids and she's the happiest person on the planet and lives in the most amazing location in the world. And actually her husband helps children and helps those who are hungry and starving in South America. Amazing. Instead of creating problems, he's solving problems. Why are we here and what is your purpose? I can help you get there. So we're going to ask questions now and I'm going to answer your guys' questions. I know I'm talking too much and I'm supposed to be answering Q&As. Okay. So Rochelle, what is my purpose? I'm feeling sick. Do I have the virus or am I just freaking out? Rochelle, yes, you are just freaking out and you are allowing yourself to manifest. People don't allow themselves to realize that the virus is all about, yes, of course it's horrible. I'm not going to say the virus isn't horrible. The virus is not good in any way, shape, or form, but it is something that I prophesized and something that I talked about quite a while ago. And it's something that I know for a fact is going to create a pandemic for a short while still to come. I was on a panel right before this and talking to other people, and there were people from around the world on the webinar. And there was one woman from the UK and she's saying, oh no, it'll be gone in 3 weeks. And then another guy said, yeah, I think it'll be gone in 3 weeks. And I said, no, it's not going to be gone in 3 weeks, but okay, that's hopeful, wishful thinking. It's not going to be gone immediately, but there's a lot more we have to learn. But the only way that the virus is going to be gone and things are going to change is if we allow ourselves to start focusing on reflecting on who we are and actually staying at home and start focusing on healing our vibration, healing our own energy, and starting to become who we're supposed to be by reflecting on who we are. God wants us to take this time for ourselves so that we can allow ourselves to reconnect. So stop freaking out, yes, and start allowing yourself to realize you don't have the virus. Rochelle, your purpose, you're here to do so much more than what you're doing, but you have been blocked for so long just continuing to allow yourself to sabotage things by following what you're supposed to do, not what you want to do. We need to start focusing on changing that. Brittany, hi. Oh, I love your answers. Okay, musicians. Okay, I see that. I want to know. Brittany wants to know her purpose. You know your purpose. You're here to be an example for others. Riley, how does someone work or get rid of their ego? This is a great question, Riley. How someone allows themselves to work and get rid of their ego is by allowing themselves to realize that we are all in this together and we are as a unity. And by allowing themselves to realize that it's not about ego. It's about us becoming as a unity and becoming as one. Ego is false. It's not something that really helps to resonate and help us to become in a higher position or a higher place energetically or spiritually. It actually sabotages us in the end, because when we leave, we have guilt and we have this feeling of, I should have done more. I should have given more. I should have listened more. I should have joined with more. And what I am doing now is I'm going to start joining with everyone so that we can all allow ourselves to realize that if we do daily meditations, if we do weekly meditations, if we do something to help to continue to change the vibration of emotions, energy, ego, whatever it may be, all different subjects, then we can change our frequency. So I hope that answered your question. Judy, I want to help other people make themselves help care. Sometimes people take advantage of my kindness and then I feel bad and it affects my self-worth. How do I find the right balance between self-love and service to others to fulfill my mission? Judy, that is a beautiful question. And right there, and that statement that you said, sometimes I feel taken advantage of my kindness. Judy, I feel taken advantage of daily. Unfortunately, people continuously take advantage of me. This is why I don't give out my private phone number, because people, once they realize that you're the answer, and once they realize that you're gifted, not only do they start taking advantage of your kindness, then they start taking advantage of wanting to be just like you. They try to steal whatever it is that's yours to take for themselves. People have a negative habit, which is misery loves company. And unfortunately, they don't know how to allow themselves to be thankful. So we have to teach them. So what I do when people try to take advantage of me, which they do all the time, daily, like I said, I just say, God bless you. This is what you need to do. I know you're not doing it on purpose, but let me tell you, this is what's happening, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I explain the whole story to them so that they can allow themselves to understand what they're doing. And I say it from a place of love and peace and joy. It does hurt my heart a little bit because I do see that I do a lot for people, and I'm sure, and I know for a fact it hurts your heart too, Judy, but you have to allow yourself to surrender and not take it personal, and allow yourself to give it to God so that it can go to a higher place, so that you can fulfill your mission and just focus only on God's plan. Jackie, I would love to know my mission and my purpose. Definitely, Jackie, one of the things that I feel is that you're supposed to allow yourself to get more involved with creating movement with energy healing and moving forward with, healing. Celeste. But what is my life's purpose? There's so much. Everyone's asking their purpose. I can't answer that to everyone right now, but I can tell you one thing. Hold on. What has caused me to be so broken? I am in the right, Angela. Yes, of course you're in the right job right now. You're doing beautiful. Actually, I'm happy with you. How do I find out what my agreement is? Michelle Evans asked that question. Michelle, that's a great, great question. What is holding you, or how do you find out what your mission is or what your agreement is by allowing yourself. That's why I created this really quick before I'm doing this live webinar. I created this program really quickly for everyone out there, because in order for you guys to connect with your life's mission, in order for you to fulfill your agreement, I created this program to create the awakening within inside of yourself so that you can see it for yourself. That's the whole reason why I'm offering this program, which I've never, ever done before, because this program is going to help to unlock that door within inside of you. It's going to help to wash away whatever is creating those walls so that you can put your right foot forward and step into your position and step into fulfillment. Lindsay, what is holding me back from moving forward with my life purpose? Is there something more I need to do, or do I just need more patience? Lindsay, Alistar, yes, you need more patience, and you need to allow yourself to understand the most important thing is definitely you also getting rid of your ego. Ego is a huge thing with you, and you're very, 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 you want things now, when patience is a virtue, And we need to allow ourselves to have faith even smaller than a mustard seed. And your faith wavers. You believe, but then you don't believe. Then you believe, then you don't believe. You can't do both. You either believe or you don't believe. So you have to have more faith and definitely patience. And then wash away the ego. Throw it away. Get rid of it. Like Riley asked. Is there still time for me to step into my purpose and meet my soulmate? Zena, of course. Absolutely. Of course. You're absolutely yes. Am I on the right path regarding my spirituality? Claudia, you're on the right path, but there's things that are trying to cause interference, but it's mainly two people who are taking from your space. What if I already worked with you before and I know my purpose in growing and learning? Would the program be for someone else like me? Judy, so the program would benefit anyone that's worked with me, because most people who are here definitely 100% have already worked with me. Not everyone, but most people. So it's for those who have already worked with to have a fresh up, and also to have something that you can continue pushing play, rewind, start again. Play, rewind, start again. So that when we get off balance, you have something that is personal with me to get you back on track. It's kind of like going to a workout video or a meditation video that's going to constantly take you right back to where you need to be. So it's a daily practice, but it's also something that gets you there quickly and speedy, and way more cheaper than working with me. Brittany, yes, me. Heck yeah. You're so funny. Hands up and feet are up. Well, Brittany, we have to work hard continuously. Christina, is my life purpose to channel intuitive message and love guidance others like you? I feel ready to start offering this now. I am ready. Christina, I feel like there's something that's causing interference in regards towards your space. There's something that, yes, you're ready, but because you're not completely whole with inside yourself, you can't offer intuitive messages of love and guidance to others until you're complete within yourself. That's one of the things that people allow themselves to not realize, is that you cannot have a troubled relationship. You cannot have troubles at home. You cannot have troubles in your life if you're working with others, because then your problems will then be put on others. But yes, you're practically ready. What is one of the best ways for me to help connect to find out my mission and what we're talking about? Megan, I just talked about that a moment ago. The program would be perfect for you. Please, what is my long-time purpose? Brittany, I told you it's about helping people. Am I on the right spiritual path? What am I focusing on the next 6 months? Have I left the right people? Oh, have I met the right people? Claudia, you have met some of the right people, but there's still doors that you're supposed to be really connecting with. I'm actually kind of afraid of working my job right now. This is an anonymous. I'm actually kind of afraid of working my job right now, doing what I am doing, because I don't want to put my sister at risk. But this job seems like a good thing for me at the moment, at least. I'm not sure what should I do. Anonymous. What you should do is you need to go back into reflection, into connecting with who you are and what you really feel and what you really believe within your heart and soul, and stop allowing yourself to be in a place of fear. Because as soon as I start reading your message, your guardian angel showed me, I saw a picture of your face and I saw who you are, because that's what I do. I'm intuitive. I'm very connected. And I felt this feeling of not just fear, but a manifestation of, you're great at manifesting negativity and darkness in your space. And then they become real, reality. So you need to allow yourself to start changing that vibration so that you can reconnect to who you are, and allowing yourself to not put anyone in fear, including yourself, but focusing on connecting to your true heart's mission and really connecting to your voice, is what your guardian angel said. How can I heal my patients that have the virus? There's a breathing technique. I'm going to do it Tuesday to teach everyone on Tuesday, the webinar. It's going to be a breathing technique that I was given very specifically, that's going to change the vibration and the frequency inside of our blood and our cells, and to help to open up our lungs and change the frequency of our bodies so that we can truly heal. So I'll teach you guys that Tuesday. So sign up, everyone, on Tuesday, and then teach it to the world, because this is very powerful. It was straight from God. Jeanette, I feel so alone, especially during this time. Most of my friends are sharing this hard time, husbands and boyfriends. I'm 36 years old already. Jeanette, let me explain something to you. Excuse me. I am going to tell you something very beautiful. As soon as I read your message, I saw a vision of September of you connecting with your soulmate? Can you stop stressing? Can you stop allowing yourself to worry about what other people are doing? And let's focus on teaching you. I can get you there. Tanya Robinson Taylor, love you. Love and miss you. I'm getting closer to my purpose. I'm so thankful to God, Tanya. God bless you. You're so sweet. Yes, you're getting closer to your purpose. But Tanya, I can tell you one thing that I see is that you're not allowing yourself to use your voice as much as you need to use your voice. And I hope your babies are well and healthy and amazing. Did you send me pictures of your babies? I love children. You know that. And don't have anybody in my life right now. Oh, how can I live? Jeanette already told you. I know you don't have anybody in your life. It's coming in September. Katie, 2 questions. What is my purpose and mission? And how can I help my friend Kim, who is going through a very devastating time? Kim has been through a loss. I already see that. Support her and let her know you're there for her. And Katie, your question about your purpose and your mission has a lot to do with called self-love and connecting to your soulmate. Stefan. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for doing this today. And for all you do, what steps can we take to not be drained by negativity by our families and friends? That is a great question. Putting a circle, like literally visualizing a bubble of protection around you, an iridescent bubble of protection. It's like a solid bubble of protection. So no negativity, no devastation, and no disruption can come into your space, and focusing on self-love and self-worth as a mantra. I love myself. I believe in myself. I love myself. I believe in myself. And then get this massive pair of scissors that are the biggest scissors as big as a house, and cut those scissors all around your whole body so that any strings that are attached to you are no longer connected and you're completely clean. I hope that answers your question. Why do I love looking at the stars? Is my purpose there? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Why you love looking at the stars and is your purpose there? Well, I do have to say, one of the things that's extremely important that you need to start allowing yourself to understand is that a lot of us on this planet are not just human. We are extraterrestrial, and we have relationships and connections from the universe. My sister, 250. Paul Heineman. My sister is on the front line with COV. How do I best support her in these difficult times? Paul, God bless your sister. On Tuesday, sign up for the class that I'm going to have on Tuesday. And number one, I heal people from that. So I can do it and I can fix her immediately. Or sign up for the class, and I'm going to teach everyone how to do the breathing exercises. Please let me know you got that answered, Paul. Like a thumbs up or say, yes, I understand in the chat room. I feel like there's so much to talk to you about, Paul, a lot. But I can tell you one thing is that God has blessed you, and doors are going to start opening and things are going to change. You're actually very gifted and you're very connected and see things intuitively, but you avoid them because you're afraid. Okay, let me talk to this other person. I feel like I've been doing better at speaking my truth, but you and others have told me I need to speak my truth. What can I do to work on my own intuition? To work on that and my intuition. Well, meditation. There's no other way I can say. Obviously, if I already told you you're supposed to be speaking your truth, which I do tell people they have to speak their truth, and I do tell people exactly what they need to know and what they need to hear, is allow yourself to understand more than anything, is that when you're speaking your truth, your intuition comes by allowing yourself to practice meditation daily. It's like waking up, brushing your teeth, washing your face, seeing the sun in the morning, and really allowing yourself to take in the beautiful gift of air every single morning. It's the same thing. Meditation should be the same practice every day, every day, every day. How do you find your guardian angels? How you find your guardian angels, this anonymous attendee, is by allowing yourself also to meditate. And if you were to get this life purpose course that mini course that I'm going to be offering to everyone, it also helps to reconnect you, because when you're reconnected to your purpose, then you reconnect to your guardian angels. It's like an example. My most favorite clients are those who don't understand and those who don't believe. I love them. And it's not because I love the challenge. Well, I do love the challenge actually, but it's because I love seeing that those who never knew have discovered something new, and the sparkle in their eye is brighter than those who actually knew before. It's like they've just discovered something that is so awesome and so real and so spectacular. And those who are connected and teaching and learning and understanding about spirituality and healing and metaphysics and Reiki, their sparkle is not that sparkly. But those who are anonymous to it and don't understand it and don't even get it in any way, shape, or form, and they then learn immediately and they get it like this, their sparkle is so bright, their faith is so bright, their hope is at the highest level, and they are transformed. And then they transform others more than those who know. It's amazing. What is my lifelong purpose, Tyler? What is holding me back? I feel lack of confidence. Could be a huge part of it. Taylor, lack of confidence is a huge part of it. It's causing a lot of complications. Okay, guys, I'm going to keep having questions that are going to be coming. Dearest Diva, Jackie, my 17-year-old daughter, having a very difficult time. How can I help her? All of you guys, is it now time for me to invest in healing? Yes, it's time, Riley, for you to invest in healing. Absolutely. Or would it be more beneficial if I spent more time working out on my fears and doubts first? No, it's time to start focusing on healing. Can I explain everything to you guys 1 second? Because I know I have to go because it's been over an hour. Can I explain something to you guys? Number one reason why we're here and why we're in this situation and literally in self-quarantine and helping to create healing is so that, and God's giving us this time so that we can start focusing on reflecting. If you're not doing anything to help yourself but twiddling your thumbs and looking at television, do you know I've not even seen one program yet? I have not even sat in front of a television with my children, because all I'm doing is teaching, helping, of course, playing games and planting and doing other wonderful things with Mother Earth. But literally, people are sitting there going, I don't know what to do. I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Then purchase the program so that you can start knowing what to do. Do something that's going to help to change your vibration so that we can help to awaken ourselves. Okay. Anyway, so I got to go because I know that it's getting late and I'm starting to hear a lot of noise outside this door. So to all of you, God bless. And okay. So everyone in the room, we will have the link that will be put here. We are putting it right here. And it is going to be going, you go to, thank you, Tammy. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Katie, for saying thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Oh, for all the teachings. Oh, you're so welcome, Kathleen. You're so welcome. I need to talk to you, Kathleen. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. You're so welcome, Lindsay. So all of you who are here, go to my Ask Tammy Adams. What am I supposed to say? Go to asktammyadams.com. Click on events and the menu. And you will be able to purchase the mini Life Purpose program, the Life Purpose mini course. It is $500 and it is $250 you have to put as down payment for the pre-sale. And then you guys will be able to receive it shortly thereafter. To all of you, God bless. And it was a pleasure being here for all of you guys. Don't forget to join me. Sign up now for the meeting that we're going to have, the webinar on Tuesday for the coronavirus and teaching all of you breathing. So Zena, everyone, all of you that are here, Judy, everyone, talk and make for sure and be here. Thank you. Thank you, Stefan, for saying, God bless me. That made my heart very, very happy. And Riley, you're so welcome. Vicki, you're so welcome. Everyone here, you guys are so welcome. To all of you, God bless. Until next time, don't forget, if you didn't get all of this, you guys can push replay. You're amazing. Thank you. You're so